tonight since the Star Spangled Banner was performed earlier this evening. And again, the game now has been canceled here at Paycor Stadium between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. From Paycor Stadium, I'm Jack Crumley, News Radio 700 WLW.
Let's take you back to the broadcast tonight. Dave Lapham and Dan Horde in the booth describing the action. Let you hear some of what they saw.
They've been doing CPR on Hamlin for the last 10 minutes on the field. For 10 minutes. That is not a good sign, obviously.
Lapp and Dan Horde in the booth, Bengals Radio Network earlier tonight, describing a very dramatic scene on the field. Going back to the play itself, it didn't really look like anything unusual. Higgins caught a crossing pattern pass, lowered his shoulder. Hamlin made the tackle, but it wasn't like Hamlin went flying. It was a decent collision, obviously. Yeah. T. Higgins turned his shoulder pads and aggressively went up the field, but it wasn't like Hamlin had the back of his head slam into the turf or anything like that. And then, as we described, after the collision, he got to his feet, was a little bit woozy, appeared a little bit woozy, and then just collapsed straight backward onto his back.
It was like all the oxygen drained out of him. I mean, it was like it just absolutely didn't sit down. He just went over backwards, laid down flat. I mean, it was very, very difficult to watch. But to have CPR performed on you for 10 consecutive minutes, now the Buffalo Bills as a football team are between the numbers and the sideline, on their sideline, all down as a team on the knee, praying for their teammates. And this is serious. This is scary stuff right here.
That ambulance was on the field at Paycor Stadium 4 minutes after Hamlin collapsed. Many players were in tears. Buffalo's quarterback Josh Allen and Cincinnati's quarterback Joe Burrow both embracing on the field. There is a statement from the NFL. I want to read it to you. Tonight's Buffalo Bills-Cincinnati Bengals game has been postponed after Demar Hamlin collapsed, as according to the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. He says that Hamlin received immediate medical attention on the field by team and independent medical staff and local paramedics. He was then transported to a local hospital, which is the University of Cincinnati, where he is in critical condition. Our thoughts are with Demar and the Buffalo Bills, and we will provide more information as it becomes available tonight, according to the NFL commissioner, who says the league has been in constant communication with the NFL Players Association, which is in agreement with postponing the game. You might recall, old enough to remember this, it was it was October 24th of 1971 when something similar to this had happened. The Lions were hosting the Chicago Bears at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. It was late in the fourth quarter, and this is according to Wikipedia. Detroit had been trailing the Bears 28-23. Lions had been driving into Chicago territory, and Chuck Hughes for the Lions had entered the game as an injury replacement. He caught a pass from Greg Landry for 32 yards and a first down at the Bears' 37-yard line. 3 plays later, Landry threw a pass that Charlie Sanders dropped and near the end zone, and Hughes, who was a decoy on the play, began running back to the huddle. Suddenly, he dropped to the turf, clutching his chest around the 20-yard line. He had collapsed near Bears linebacker Dick Butkus, who saw him begin to convulse violently on the field. And as it turned out, Chuck Hughes had died. So there has been a precedence for a sad event like this in NFL history. It's been a very, very long time. It is 10:36 at News Radio 700 WLW. And let's check the weather now. Periods of heavy rain likely for the early parts of Tuesday as a cold front bringing showers and thunderstorms pushes into the tri-state. Periods of heavy rain could lead to some localized flooding for the start to Tuesday, and that morning commute on Tuesday could be a doozy. Temperatures into the upper 50s to start Tuesday. We're climbing towards 65, which will be close to a record for tomorrow. As we look through the evening, another round of showers and storms likely. Wind gusts all day long, anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour.